Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Saturday, January 11th, 2025, and we are back with our best bets of the day. We had another winning day yesterday. Absolutely love to see it. We've got NFL, college basketball, and NHL plays for you guys here today. NBA is going to be coming a little bit later. Let's recap, though, yesterday's results in specifically. So first off, under 53.5, Texas, Ohio State was basically free money. Absolutely love to see that. Under 6.5, San Jose and Utah, nice win. Kings plus 12.5, another nice win there. We had the Knicks plus 4.5, that was a tough loss, and then Minnesota plus 13.5 was a half a unit play, like I said on the video yesterday. Took a loss there, but is what it is. It was a 3-2 day, but it was more like a 3-1.5 day because of how like the units played out, which was good to see. And we have, like I said, a good amount of picks for you guys here. And I got 2 plays for the NFL playoffs, 3 in college basketball, 2 in the NHL. And if you're new to the channel, haven't already though, hit that subscribe button, like this video, notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post these best bet videos every single day. We're on the road to 15,000 subscribers, so I'm excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So first play I'm rolling with today. Let's start in the NFL. First play, we're going with the under 41.5 Houston, Los Angeles. The Texans' interior line is a major problem. And I mean a major problem. If you, I knew it was really bad, specifically when you watched the Jets game weeks and weeks ago for this Texans team. They cannot protect C.J. Stroud when it comes to guard, center, guard. They just can't do it. And then when you look at this Chargers team, they have very strong defensive tackles, and the edge is going to be a problem because Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack are both really good, and they're going to be able to rush the passer here. And with how bad their interior line is, they've had a really tough time run the ball. Houston has, and the Tank Dell is out, and I think that really threw CJ for a loop mentally. Like I think that's a real thing where CJ watched his boy go down with a devastating injury, and I think it's caused him to lose a little bit mentally. I'm not saying he's like a bad quarterback now. I think he's just like I don't know. He isn't the same guy since that injury. Plus, Stephon Diggs is obviously out. Chargers don't have, but now, so Houston, I don't really see how they score. And then Chargers don't really have the weapons to challenge the secondary, who is very gettable, but I don't think they have the weapons to do it. If Vlad McConkey's your best wide receiver, I don't know where you're going to get the downfield pop. I just don't see it. And the Chargers' main strength is running the ball. And I think they're going to run the ball 35 times a day. If they do that, this game clock is going to fly. Plus, the public is all over the over for some reason. I'm not really sure why. So I'm going with the under. Give me the under 41.5, Houston, Los Angeles. Next, I'm going with the Steelers, plus 10.5 versus the Ravens. Now, this is a bit of a ballsy pick. Now, I did buy this up to 10.5. It's a 9.5 point spread most places, 10 point spread most places. I bought it at 10.5. First things first, Zay Flowers is out for this team. Very similar to Stephon Diggs is a big deal for Lamar. On top of that, all the pressure is squarely, and I mean squarely, on Lamar Jackson today, because he has been the reason his team has lost in the playoffs every single time they have lost in the playoffs. And I know, and people are going to say, well, look at the regular season. Yeah, it's a completely different season now. It just is. The postseason is a completely different thing in comparison to the regular season, obviously. And this Steelers defense has been the number one defense that's given Lamar trouble. They have given him trouble, and his passer rating drops 40 points when he goes against the Steelers. And the last game you could look at, well, they lost, I think the Steelers lost like 31-17 or something like that. That game was tied in the fourth quarter. Lamar and the Ravens just pulled away at the very end. Bad pick 6 by Russ. There was a bunch of stuff that happened. I get 10.5 points in the playoffs against a team that has now seen each other for a third time. And I play this. I'm going to buy it at 10.5. I don't really have a lot of confidence in this offense for the Steelers. Obviously, they're not very good offensively, but I do have a lot of confidence with them in the on their defense. And Lamar has not proven in the playoffs he rises to the occasion, and they're without their best weapons. So I think the Steelers keep this game close. It's going to be a 10. I like the 10.5 point spread. Give me the Steelers here plus 10.5 versus the Ravens. Next, I'm going with Texas A&M plus 3.5 versus Alabama in college basketball. First things first, A&M is at home and they're getting points. I love that. And if they just win outright, which I think they will, then we obviously win this bet. Wade Taylor is a matchup nightmare for this Alabama team, and A&M has the guys to rebound with Alabama and defend Alabama, which is what you need to do if you're going to play this team because Bama is really good. Plus, being at home is a way bigger advantage in college than it is in the NBA and in the NFL, college football, same sort of thing here. Plus the sharp money is on A&M today. Give me A&M here plus 3.5 versus Alabama. Next, I'm going with Cincinnati money line versus Kansas. The sharp money is all over Cincinnati today. I think Kansas is very similar to the Houston Texans. Very disjointed, but very talented. There's something's wrong with this Kansas team. I'm not saying that they're like a bad team, and it's not like they're going to miss the tournament or anything like that. But when you're playing a really good team, I think Cincinnati's very, very good, and you're playing them, and you're playing them at home, like in Cincinnati. I think that Cincy's going to steal this one. It's a 1.5 point spread right now. It's plus 1.5 for Cincinnati. I think it's going to win. I'm going to bet on the money line. Give me Cincy, money line versus Kansas here today. Next, I'm rolling with Georgia. Minus 6.5 versus Oklahoma. First off, this is a system play. Right now, an unranked team is favored at home versus a ranked team. And this ranked team in Oklahoma is one of the weakest ranked teams in the entire country because they've lost a bunch. First off, they should have beaten A&M, and A&M beat them in Oklahoma. And then Alabama curb stomped this team last time they played. Oklahoma is reeling right now, and Georgia looks great. They just beat Kentucky by double digits at home, and now you get Oklahoma at home. I think they win this game by 10 to 11 points. I think they win this game by double digits, very similar to what they did at Kentucky. And Georgia, I think, is a lot better team than people think. The sharp money is heavy on Georgia today, and I mean heavy on them. So I'm going with Georgia here, minus 6.5 versus Oklahoma. Next, we're jumping to the NHL. I like the over 5.5 Colorado Winnipeg today. I think the over here hits real hard. I mean, I think it's max. I mean, first off, 5.5 is way too low of a number. Colorado's got a lot of offensive talent, and Winnipeg this year offensively has actually been really, really solid. So give me the over 5.5 Colorado Winnipeg, and then we'll go the under 5.5 in Boston and Florida. A little nervous about the under because it is a 5.5 goal total here. However, Boston is the lowest scoring, probably one of the low. I mean, I've got to look it up specifically, but they're one of the lowest scoring teams in the league, and defensively they are elite. And Boston is very good at back checking. They got very good goalies, and they just play very well together on the defensive end. Florida can bang with this team. And when Florida's got a good offense, but defensively, when they're going against a team like Boston, they really step it up. They got good goaltending, so I like the under 5.5 Boston and Florida. Now, I will be probably adding an NBA play in here a little bit later today. Check the pinned comment below to do that. And I'll post that a little bit later, a little closer to games. Because, again, with the NBA, you just got to wait for the injury report to come out. If you don't do that, it's just irresponsible. So I'm going to be doing that. But I'll be posting that play later on today. But, guys, we also, by the way, just so you guys know, have 5 members only best bets day. I love them. And plus, our members have been making a ton of money this year, just since the start of the year. And last year, we had a fantastic year as well, profitability-wise. So if you want to become a member, make more money, there is a fee, obviously, to get in. But you can check that out in the pinned comment below. But, guys, go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow.